In this video, I would like to review some additional topics related to dictionaries and go over some of the use cases showing how dictionaries can be useful. So imagine we have a question. We want to look at a phrase. I pick New York Rangers, for example, a set of strings. And I would like to form a dictionary where the keys are going to be the characters and the values are going to be the number of times an alphabet has been repeated in this. So for instance, I want to have a dictionary that has the letter N, and maybe N capital is going to be counted 1, and N also lower caps going to be considered as 1. So let's see how we can solve this problem using dictionaries. So essentially we are now using multiple use cases we had for using a counter. We know how to do that in using for loops. We also know how to call and add to the values from previous videos into a dictionary. So here I'm going to assign the word New York Rangers to a variable called word, and I'm going to start to create a counter dictionary. I'll just call it DTC. And here what we need to do is that we need to first iterate on the characters. We have talked about traversing over strings in classes before. Now what we do is that we say we say for character in word, if our letter, our character is in DTC, essentially the logic for this is we want to check the character that if it already exists in our dictionary, we can add to the value, we can add to the counter. If it doesn't, we can establish that character in our dictionary and assign a value of 1 to it. Okay, so if we do that, now else is going to be DTC Okay, so let's see what we did here. So again, we check the character. If the character not exists, let's say did not exist, we establish it, we assign a value of 1, and if it did exist, we can add to the counter. So let's see what the output of that is going to be. So I'm receiving an error on line 7, so else, and we also say name DTC is not defined, so one of the names are, this is going to be capital. Okay, so now it looks like it went through our code. So we have, for instance, New York, the letter N capital is in the first stage assigned, and the value is 1. And we should have the same for all the other characters, also including a space, even though sometimes we don't need to have a space. So let's modify our code and improve it a little bit. First, I would be interested in considering, let's say if it's N cap or N small caps as one character. So if we want to do that, what we can do is that when we are traversing through our characters, we can basically turn everything into low caps. So now if I'm looking at this, now we see that the count of some of these characters went up, right? So we have n, now it's repeated 2 times. Another thing we might be interested to do is that, for instance, I don't want to see any space in my code. So we learned that we can delete some values from our dictionary. In this case, I am interested in removing spaces. So if I'm doing this, let's see where the error is. So I'm deleting the values that are assigned as indenting error. Okay, the indent here, sorry. So now we have a small caps removed, so our list is more straightforward. We could have also done this reversely. Let's say if I wanted to say if the character is in DTC, here do plus equal, and else just assign that value to our dictionary. So the result of this code should be also identical to what we have. And this is the way that we can use counters in dictionaries. Now I could have sorted also these values. Imagine if you were interested in, let's say, have a list that is sorted. You could use the function called sorted. So I could, let's say, assign the values. I'll say dt1 is equal to sorted, and then we have DTC, and basically now we are sorting all the items. So we're recalling the items and we're sorting them down. So if I'm printing this, now the output is going to be the same dictionary, but the values are sorted alphabetically. Now again, once we have this code, it doesn't matter what we have put in it, right? So if I had a longer string, let's say if I just had a sentence, I'm just going to copy paste it from above, and I have to remove these additional quotation marks because they create a problem. Let's say if we have a longer string, the result is still going to be the same. If I'm running this, it will count and it will give us the values. Here we have some special characters, and those are going to be sorted too. They come up first before any of the alphabet characters. All right.